In this video, we're going to learn how to solve problems involving differentiation or derivative for JAMB Maths. Alright, so differentiation is one of the topics in calculus. So we're going to practice with 5 repeated questions for this topic in your JAMB Maths. So let's get started with the first one I have here. So we are given if the function y equals this expression, find the y over the x. Okay, now note that another term for differentiation is derivative. Okay, so the two words mean the same thing. So in this question we have the function y equals 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus x, and we are looking for the derivative of y with respect to x. Note again that the idea behind differentiation or derivative is to reduce the power of x by 1. Okay, so if we are differentiating this, it's going to give you, we have 4x cubed, subtract 1 from the power. Okay, at the same time, this power will come and multiply what you have here. Okay, so this is how you differentiate. So we have minus 2x squared minus 1. At the same time, remember that the power will come and multiply what you have here. So we have the power to be 2. Then we have plus this one, we have x, the power is 1 minus 1. You know, at the same time, the 1 come and multiply what you have here. So when you simplify, you're going to have 4x cubed minus 1 is same thing as we have 4x, 3 minus 1, we have 2, 4x squared. Okay, so 4x squared times, okay, let's just do it this way, we'll break it down the more. So we have 2 in bracket minus 2x. Now 2 minus 1, we have 1. So the 1, you can just leave it. Okay, so plus we have x to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1 in indices. So our final results will be 12x squared, okay, minus 4x, then plus 1. Okay, so that will be the answer to this question. The correct option is what, option C, 12x squared minus 4x plus 1. So that's it. Now let's wipe this and solve the next repeated question. Before we wipe this, note that if you are differentiating a constant, let's say something like 1, 2, a constant in maths, one of the ways you can define it is a value that does not have a variable attached to it. Okay, so a visible variable attached to it. Now when you differentiate constants like this, you are going to have 0. Okay, so note it, when you differentiate constant in maths, you have 0. Unlike in integration, when you differentiate a constant, you are going to have a variable x attached to it. When you integrate 2, you're going to have 2x. When you integrate 3, you have 3x. When you integrate 1, you have x. But in differentiation, when you differentiate a constant, you have 0. That's the difference between them. So let's wipe this now, solve the next repeated question. Alright, so the next repeated question we're going to solve will be this question. It says if y equals find the y by the x. So we want to differentiate this function. We have it to be y equals 6x cubed plus 2x squared, okay, minus 2 as the power, then minus x minus 3 as the power. Alright, so we are looking for the y over the x. As usual, when you differentiate 6x cubed, you're going to have 3 6x 3 minus 1, okay, plus this will give you minus 2 being the power, okay, times 2x minus 2 minus 1. Okay, then we have minus 3 Okay, we have x minus 3 minus 1. So that's what we're going to have. Alright, so you can choose to double the bracket to differentiate this. Alright, now let's break this down. You can also choose to double this bracket here to differentiate the sign convention. So if we simplify this, you're going to have 3 times 6x, 3 minus 1 will give you 2. Okay, now plus times minus, we have minus 2x minus 2 minus 1, that's minus 3. Okay, now minus times minus will give you plus, so we have plus 3 in bracket x minus 3 minus 1 give you minus 4. Okay, so our final result will be 6 times 3, we have 18x squared. Okay, minus 2 times 2, we have minus 4x to the power negative 3. Okay, then plus 3x to the power negative 4, and that will be the derivative of the function. So looking at this, the correct option divided by dx will be this, which is option D, 18x squared minus 4x to the power negative 3 plus 3x to the power negative 4. So that's the answer to this question. Let's wipe this now and solve the next repeated question. Alright, so next repeated question we're going to solve will be this question. It says if y equals this, find y over dx at x equals 5. Okay, now so the function we have it to be y equals x squared minus 3x plus 4. Okay, we are asked to differentiate at x equals 5. So we are evaluating this function at x equals 5. Firstly, let's differentiate this. When you differentiate x squared, this will give you 2x 2 minus 1. Okay, now we have minus, the power here is 1. Okay, so 1 times minus 1. Okay, 3x 1 minus 1 equal the brackets. Then we have plus, when you differentiate a constant, I've told you guys initially, it will give you 0. Okay, so let's keep breaking this down. This same thing as 2 in bracket x 2 minus 1 will give you 1. So you can just leave it like that. X to the power 1 is same thing as x. Okay, minus, so minus 1 times 3 will still give you minus 3. So we have minus, okay, just do like this, minus 1. Let's simplify what we have inside the bracket, 3x to the power 0. Then this is plus 0 is nothing. So our final result will be 2x for this derivative of the function. 2x minus 1 times 3 give you minus 3. Now x to the power 0 is 1. So this is what we're going to have. Remember, we are evaluating, we have our dy over dx will give you this. Okay, remember we are evaluating at x equals 5. So where you see x, you plug in 5. So when you plug in 5 here, this will give you 2 times 5 is 10. So this will give you 10 minus 3. It will give you 7. So the correct option in this question is option B, 7. It's as simple as this. So let's wipe this now and solve the next repeated question. Okay, so the next repeated question we're going to solve will be this question. We asked to find the derivative of y equals cos x. Now guys, before you solve this question, if you are new to our channel, ensure that you are subscribed to this channel for more of our videos. We really appreciate this. So this question is very straightforward. All you need for this question is to know the derivative of trigonometric identities. So one of your assignments is to go and get used to them. So basically, when you differentiate cos x you are going to have minus sine x, and that will be the answer. It's as simple as this. Whereas if you are differentiating sine x, you're going to have cos x. Okay, so just get used to these basic trigonometry identities and you'll be good to go. Questions like this don't need to even spend up to 5 seconds to solve them. Alright, so the correct option in this question is option A. When you differentiate cos x, you have minus sine x. Okay, so that's it for this question. Let's solve the last repeated question before we call it a class. Let's wipe this. So the last repeated question we are going to solve will be this question. It says if y equals this, find dy over dx. Alright, now pay attention guys. For this question, let's write it down. We have the function y equals in bracket 2x plus 2 to the power 3. Now we are going to apply chain rule to solve this kind of problem. Okay, now we have rules of differentiation, we have product rule, we have quotient rule, and we have chain rule. These are the three basic rules. Product rule is when you are dealing with derivative of functions that multiply, that involve multiplication. Quotient rule is when you are dealing with functions that involve division, whereas chain rule involves a situation like this, alright, where you have exponents or power as the value of a given function. Alright, so when you have a situation like this, you have a function in brackets with a power or exponent, you are going to apply chain rule to solve it. Okay, so let's break this down. If you want to differentiate this function applying chain rule, firstly you are going to subtract 1 from the power. At the same time, this power will go and multiply every function we have here. So this is 3 in bracket 2x plus 2 subtract 1. Okay, so now that you have done this, let's differentiate what we have inside the brackets. Once you differentiate, whatever output you have or you get, we also bring it to this side to multiply everything for the function. So if you differentiate 2x plus 2, you're going to have, when you differentiate 2x, this is something as 2x, okay, 1 minus 1. Remember, the 1 will come to here and multiply everything. So this is something as 2x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is 1. So something as 2 times 1, which will give us 2. Okay, so when you differentiate a constant, you have 0. So basically, if you are differentiating 2x plus 2, you're going to have 2. So these 2 now we come and multiply this 3 here as well. So 2 times 3 will give us 6. We have 6. Now 2x plus 2 to the power 2, and that will be the answer to this question. Okay, so the correct option is what? Option D, 6 in bracket 2x plus 2 bracket close to the power 2. So this is basically how you can deal with problems involving differentiation for your JAMB Maths. These are repeated questions we practiced with or experimented with. Hope you learned something interesting from the video. So let's go to the video guys. If you are new to our channel once more, ensure that you subscribe to this channel for more of our videos. Also like, share and comment on this video. Let me know how you feel for what I learned from this video. If you seem to have any specific question to ask regarding what I've talked about in this video, feel free to leave your question at the comment section below and I'll be sure to give you a response. Alright, now click on the screen above and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.